Sophie's Starry adventure. Sophie was a little girl with big dreams. Every night, she would look out her window and make a wish upon the brightest star in the sky. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight, she would whisper, her eyes twinkling with hope. One magical evening, as Sophie gazed up at the night sky, something extraordinary happened. The star she had been wishing on suddenly began to twinkle more brightly than ever before. To her amazement, it started to move, growing bigger and brighter as it came closer. "Oh my!" Sophie gasped, her eyes wide with wonder. The star gently floated through her open window and hovered in front of her, glowing with a soft, warm light. "Hello, Sophie," the star said in a gentle, sparkling voice. "I'm Star, and I've heard all your wishes. I've come to take you on an adventure." Sophie couldn't believe her ears. Really? An adventure with a real star? She asked, bouncing with excitement. "Yes, indeed," Star replied, "but I need your help too. You see, I've fallen from my place in the sky, and I need to get back home. Will you help me?" Sophie nodded eagerly. "Of course I will. But how can we get you back up there?" Dot winkled brightly. "We'll need to collect stardust from all around the world. It's the only way I can regain my strength to fly back up. Are you ready for a magical journey?" "Yes," Sophie exclaimed, clapping her hands. "Let's go." With a wave of star's light, Sophie found herself floating out of her bedroom window. She giggled as she soared through the air, holding onto Star's warm, glowing form. Their first stop was a beautiful beach. The sand sparkled under the moonlight, and the waves lapped gently at the shore. "Look, Sophie," Star said. "Can you see the stardust in the sand?" Sophie looked closely and gasped. Tiny, glittering specks were scattered all over the beach. She carefully scooped up a handful, and it shimmered in her palm. "It's beautiful," she said in awe. "Now make a wish and blow the stardust into the air," Star instructed. Sophie closed her eyes, made a wish, and blew gently. Stardust swirled around them, and Star glowed a little brighter. "Thank you, Sophie," Star said warmly. "Your kindness gives me strength." Their next destination was a lush, green forest. Fireflies danced among the trees, their lights twinkling like tiny stars. The fireflies carry stardust too, Star explained. Can you ask them to share some with us? Sophie approached the fireflies with a gentle smile. Excuse me, kind fireflies, she said politely. Could you please share some of your stardust to help my friend Star? Fireflies buzzed happily and circled around Sophie and Star, sprinkling them with glittering stardust. Sophie laughed with delight as the magical dust tickled her nose. As they continued their journey, Sophie and Star helped others along the way. They guided a lost baby bird back to its nest and helped a lonely cloud find its family. With each good deed, Star glowed brighter and stronger. Their final stop was a snow-capped mountain. The crisp, cold air made Sophie shiver, but the view was breathtaking. Look out, Sophie, Star said. The northern lights are dancing for us. Sophie gazed in wonder at the colorful lights swirling across the sky. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, she exclaimed. The northern lights are full of stardust, Star explained. Reach out your hands and feel their magic. Sophie stretched her arms towards the sky, and felt a warm tingling in her fingertips as the lights danced around her. Stardust showered down, covering them both in a glittering blanket. With a brilliant flash, Star began to shine brighter than ever before. Sophie, thank you for your help and kindness, Star said gratefully. I now have enough strength to return home. But before I go, I want to grant you one last wish. Sophie thought for a moment, then smiled. I wish for everyone to believe in the magic of kindness and helping others, just like we did on our adventure. Star winkled happily. That's a wonderful wish, Sophie. Remember, the real magic is inside you. Keep spreading kindness, and you'll always shine bright. With a final burst of light, Star soared back up into the night sky, taking its place among the other twinkling stars. Sophie found herself back in her bedroom, her heart full of joy and wonder. From that night on, whenever Sophie looked up at the stars, she remembered her magical adventure. She knew that with kindness, courage, and a sprinkle of stardust, any dream was possible.